So like, we take 30 odd people, volunteers from all places. We take about 5 Greater Wellington Regional Council staff to organise things. We take 1 NIWA scientist and we have iwi on board. We shake that all up with some lake water in it and see what comes out.
It's 10 years, and that's significant. I've been part of lots of different volunteer monitoring projects that never either achieve what they set out to or fall apart at some point, and it's such a testament that this community have been coming back every year.
And the community involvement here means that we've measured how many kākahi? 500 today? Just about?
Yeah, times 10.
Times 10? Yeah, that's a lot of mahi.
Yeah.
So one of my best memories was, I think, the second year when we did it at Lake Domain, and the water was clear and it was fantastic. Yeah, you could actually see them on the substrate, and that was a great experience.
So, Ariki, I have been involved I actually think I've probably been to all of them. And over the years, I've brought different grandchildren with me. Initially, they didn't want to get in the water. They weren't really all that interested. And then we just had a little go finding them with our feet. And they were so excited when they found kākahi.
Even though I grew up here, we never really came to the moana. Yeah. So I feel I'm on the beginning of a big learning journey.
What have you learned about kākahi?
Just how key they are to the ecosystem, and what I've noticed more is where they're not. There's quite a few streams around Wairarapa and beyond named after kākahi, and so I started, after learning about the population here in the Wairarapa Moana, started looking in other places and finding shells, but not really finding any living ones.
So what are the main results?
Well, so from 10 years of monitoring, we've managed to find out a bit. We know that the two populations are probably from the same cohort because we've overlaid the size density data, and that is almost identical between the sites. The data showing that there's a difference between the sites. The kākahi at the northern site are probably not doing as well as those on the western site. We know that from the erosion data and from the abundance data. They're way more abundant at the western site than they are at the northern site. So what's concerning is that even though we've gone deliberately looking for juveniles by doing sieving for a couple of years, we haven't found masses and masses of juveniles. And by masses, I mean enough to replace the population that's there should something go wrong, climate change, some sort of event where the adults die off. There has to be some juveniles to replace them.
Yeah. If we need to make change, and how urgent that change needs to be. Is it urgent?
It's urgent everywhere, and these lakes. The story of Lake Wairarapa has been repeated on Hawthorne over and over and over. Flood control, let's lower the level. Control. Yeah, so we've got some numbers now, we've got some data, we've got a baseline, and we've got a really motivated team of citizen scientists who have put in a massive amount of effort. Where do you think we go to next?
Standing out on the lake with our community, learning about the different components of this system that impact kākahi and the challenges they're facing, it's apparent that it's not an easy solution. There's no one solution to this, and we're going to have to work together.
And knowing that there's work going on, knowing that there's restoration happening, it's the perfect time to continue on monitoring kākahi, just to make sure that that's a positive change.
Yeah, you don't know if it's working unless you're actually tracking if it's working.
Yes.
It's been much the same at these locations for a really long time, and it's only in the last 5 years that we've been doing restoration action as the Wairarapa Moana Wetlands Project. We've been doing pest plants and pest animal work, but it's only in the last 3 years that we've been planting. And planting is returning wetland, and planting in the lake margins has only just happened in the last 6 months, which brings back fish habitat, which allows for spawning of our native fish. We've been dabbling in the edges of the wetlands, and we're at a really exciting time to start focusing on the lake.
And just to close off, ngā mihi kia koutou to our citizen scientists. We couldn't have done this work without you.